Hi there. Welcome to part 2 in our series on creating digital forms. On this particular video, we're going to focus on the end user filling out the form, downloading Adobe Acrobat Reader, and then going through a form, filling it in, how to set up a digital signature, how to save it, and then have a file that you can actually email back to a company where they can use some sort of data software to actually pull the data from that form into a database. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we have to do is we need to download the Adobe Acrobat Reader. It's a free download, doesn't cost you anything, and it's very simple. I've got the link to this site right here, which is, we'll go here, click on the Adobe Reader, and it brings up this particular window. I've got the link in the notes below for you to get to this page here. All right, so now the first thing we got to do is obviously we got to install now. But you see right here where it says optional offer, it's already checked. If you don't want Google Chrome, just uncheck that. That way it won't install Google Chrome. Install the Acrobat Reader Chrome extension. Well, we're not going to install Google Chrome, so we want to uncheck that as well. Sometimes you got to be careful here because sometimes they'll add things such as McAfee and Google Chrome and so forth, things that perhaps maybe you don't want on your computer. So let's go ahead now. We've got everything unchecked. This looks good. Let's click Install Now. So once we install, this is going to initialize, and I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video just to not have to sit through this for a while. And here we go. We are finished. We can leave it checked. Launch Adobe Acrobat Reader. So we click Finish, and up comes Adobe Acrobat Reader. And this is the main page. Here we are. We have Adobe Acrobat Reader open. But you got two ways to open the file that is sent to you. One of the ways is from here with Adobe Acrobat Reader open. You click on File and Open. And you can see there's our Winter Retreat Registration e-form. Well, is there another way to do this? Well, yeah, there is. We're going to close Adobe Acrobat Reader, and we're going to go through the File Manager. And here's the file again. If we double click on it, it'll open up Adobe Acrobat Reader because of the icon you see here on the left. If I double click, up comes our form. Now from here, once you've got to this point, it is very, very simple. It's much like using a typewriter. Now you use the mouse click, left mouse click to choose a checkbox if you've got something that, or choose one of the text boxes. And then if you've got something you need to type, you just use your keyboard. You can type things in. Let's see. Here we're going to do this. Check number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we've written a lot of checks. Name is John Doe. And email is at email.com. And you put your address in. We'll put 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street. And we live in an apartment here. And we're in New Jersey. 07001 and 908 5 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're not going to take refuge. And, yep, this is the first time. And today's date is, it's that date. Choices, I'm going to be a patron. And I'm going to a month. Alright, so the only thing left is, I got to sign it. Now, if you click on the signature, up will come a box. And that's what I like about Adobe Acrobat Reader, the free one, is from here, go ahead and click on Configure Digital ID. Use a signature creation device, use a digital ID from a file, or create a new digital ID. If you click on Create a new digital ID, let's see what happens. Because I don't think we have anything. So it's like using a smart card or token connected to your computer. We don't have that. Use a digital ID from a file. We don't have that either. Create. We'll try this one. Continue. Save to Windows Certificate Store. You might want to do that because that way it'll stay on your computer, and when you have to do another digital signing, it's there. And so if we click Continue, now we fill all this information out. Someplace, and now this won't work because this is not a valid email address. And United States, algorithm, use digital ID for digital signatures. And when you close it, you'll have to do some sort of verification, and then you'll have your digital signature, and it'll show up here. Now, what if you don't want to go through that? Well, that's fine. At this point, all you have to do is from here say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to print. And so you'll print this form out, print whatever printer you have, and then what will be left, everything will be filled in except for the signature, and then at that point, you just sign it by hand, put it in a mail, put it in an envelope, and send it. You can do it that way. If you do want to keep everything electronic, then yes, go ahead and complete the digital ID so that you can do a digital signature. So let's see what else we want to. Yes, we're going to save. Well, let's go to save as, and we're going to choose a different folder, and we're going to make this. Go, save, and that's it. And now, all we have to do is we can go ahead and do a send to and mail recipient. So we can send this to someone by email. Now, in order to do that, though, you really do need to make sure that you've done a digital signature. Let's go back to John Doe. All the information is there, everything we put in. Unfortunately, you don't have an option with this free version. This is where really the only way to actually add a signature to this is either to print it and then sign it by hand and mail it, or you can print it, sign it by hand, scan it back in. But we're trying to keep it simple here, so. If you don't want to set up a digital signature, then your only other option really is to sign it, print it, sign it, and that was fairly straightforward and fairly easy. It wasn't all that complicated. I think probably the hardest part is installing Adobe Acrobat. But with the link that I've given you, it takes you right to the right page. Click on Install, and in a few moments, you're all set. You don't have to worry about it. So I hope you found this helpful. It's a great way to make sure that your information is accurate with the people to whom you're sending your information, because now they don't have to interpret your handwriting. So whenever possible, try to do this. It just makes life a whole lot easier for everybody. Until next time, take care.